When you lose control of your mind, it feels like you're trapped in a dark place. A place where hope feels distant and the world around you is suffocating. It affects so many people in so many different ways, yet it's rarely talked about openly. Mental health struggles are like carbon monoxide poisoning. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, but it's deadly. Slowly, silently, it consumes you. Each day, countless people wrestle with their own minds. Some even take their own lives, feeling like there's no way out. And how does the world react? People say they were weak, or she couldn't handle life. But that's not true. Struggling doesn't make you weak. Needing help doesn't mean you're less than anyone else. We all need help sometimes. I've been there. At one point in my life, I was the champion of the world, the baddest man on the planet. But even with all those titles and victories, there was a war going on inside me. It wasn't just after a loss or a bad day, it was something I had carried with me my whole life. Have you ever felt like everyone is moving forward, leaving you behind? That's how I felt, constantly. But I didn't understand what was happening to me. When I fell into deep depression, it was like being swallowed by darkness. Every day was a battle. I thought about ending it all, every single day. I gained 147 pounds, turned to drugs and alcohol, and made everyone around me miserable. Even my family, my kids, felt the impact of my struggle. Imagine that. A father of 3 who couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, who wanted to die every day. It's a place no one should ever be. But after 2.5 years of hitting rock bottom, something changed. I decided to make a comeback. At first, it seemed impossible. Everyone thought I was finished, but I wasn't. And if someone as big, as strong, and as seemingly invincible as a heavyweight champion can be brought to his knees by mental health struggles, then it can happen to anyone. But it also means that if I could fight my way back, so can you. Life, just like a fight, isn't really a fight until there's resistance. Until you're facing something you need to overcome. It's in those moments of pressure, when everything feels like it's falling apart, that you find out who you really are. Whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, or just a regular person going through life's challenges, it's not until you're tested that you know your true strength. A lawyer doesn't prove their skill until they're up against something unexpected in the courtroom. A surgeon isn't a surgeon until they're faced with a life or death situation where the textbook doesn't have the answers and they have to act. And you're not in the fight of your life until you feel that pressure, that resistance, that challenge that seems insurmountable. I've been there, lying on the ground, thinking, I don't know if I can get up. Maybe you've felt that way too. Maybe you've had moments in your life where you didn't know if it was worth getting back up. But here's the truth. You are not alone in those moments. You're not weaker than others for feeling that way. You are not less than anyone else. Even the strongest among us, the champions, the warriors, the people you admire, have felt the exact same way. What matters most isn't that you've fallen, it's whether or not you choose to get back up. There will be people watching, thinking, I don't think they'll get up this time, but you can, just like I did. It's not the end of the story when you're lying on the ground thinking about giving up. That's not the end. The story is in the moment you choose to rise again. So ask yourself, can you get back up? The answer is yes. Even when it feels impossible, even when it seems like everything is against you, you can rise. That's the power of the human spirit.